before I start, there are some people who make their own kind of toothpaste and mouthwash with things like baking soda and hydrogen peroxide and so forth. And I'm giving this a try. The only thing I'm concerned about is I've read articles saying that yes, baking soda works well to whiten your teeth and it acts as like toothpaste, but you don't want to overdo it because it can damage the enamel. So I'm trying to figure out what the proper balance is doing this. But of course, a lot of toothpaste have baking soda in it. But obviously, it's not overwhelmingly baking soda. Okay, now back to silver. Now, I'm going to say something about, I'm going to predict silver sentiment. When it comes to reading charts, when it comes to predicting charts, a lot of these predictions we hear about silver, gold, and the markets are done by analyzing charts, right? The whole chart thing, right? And that is not an area of my expertise. So if I were to read a chart, it would be no better and possibly worse than someone who is an active trader who's been trading for many years and being profitable with it. So I hesitate to give like these quote price predictions. But what I do sometimes is kind of give like my judgment. Like, well, I'm not like a chartist. I kind of follow other people and I try and use judgment saying, okay, who do I think is probably going to be right and so forth. So, where are we at right now? That's a hard one. I mean, I've talked about it before, but I will say is I think that I can predict from some sentiment and price movements. I think we've all noticed that when the price is climbing, a lot of the people who are bearish are silent. And vice versa, when the price is falling, the people who are bearish, they come out in droves, and the people who are bullish, a lot of them kind of remain more silent. But there's also kind of like a hate relationship I see between like people who are long and short on something, especially silver. So I see if we get a nice rally in silver, I could see some claws coming out. I've heard that expression several times in the comments, and I was talking to people, and they said the claws come out. Like, if we get a silver rally, because things they rally and they do the opposite of a rally, right? I think you could see people saying, "See, we told you so." Those people who scared you out of this metal, those people are bad shills, whatever. They're giving you misinformation, giving you a really bad disservice, and so forth. So, I think that in a market, especially something that has a strong opinion, silver is there's a lot of strong feeling and opinion regarding silver because money itself, right? There's a big history of silver and money, as you all know. This adds an even more philosophical, is that a word? Adds a more more layers onto something. So yes, I think that if you see a silver rally, you could see some claws coming out saying that person scared you away from investing at the right time. And of course, the claws come out the other way, where saying that person cost you money by telling you to buy at the wrong price and so forth. And yeah, I just want to say is that this is when it comes to like markets and money, there's a lot of big egos. In fact, is that a requirement for someone to be in the posting the markets is to have a big ego? Now, well, many parts of my personality, I have my ego under control, and other parts, I don't have my ego under control. And hopefully I've had my ego under control in most things I did here. But I mean, I've been reading some messages I sent several years ago, and I was thinking, man, I really thought I knew what was going on. My ego was just so big. So, and somebody had a comment too. They said that when the price goes up, silver futures is celebrating with yoga poses and screaming and $40 freaking silver. When the price goes down, he's kind of sad, and it's almost like this: you don't own an investment. Kind of an investment owns you. And what you own heavily shapes, heavily colors the lens you see life, right? If you own a lot of precious metals, you're going to see money and life through a different aspect. As someone who is in debt, or someone who owns a lot of bonds, right? What you own really does shape your opinion. It's almost like the chicken or the egg, right? Does your opinion have you buy certain assets, or do certain assets give you an opinion? I think it's kind of a both kind of thing here. So yeah, some of the chart people are saying that we could see the gold, the metals rally for the next few weeks, then because have a downturn. Because as everybody probably knows, when it comes to mines, most mines are in the northern hemisphere, especially like in places like Alaska and Siberia. Whereas when there's warmer weather, they can mine more metal, and more metal comes on the market. When it's winter in the northern hemisphere, they're mining less metal, so there's less metal coming on the market, and that's a seasonal impact of these metals. So I think that's all I'll go. And yeah, I'm getting used to the getting used to this baking soda taste. I mean, obviously you don't want to eat it, but I mean, apparently I've heard success stories of if you want to naturally whiten your teeth using baking soda, and of course, just do your research, because I'm reading if you overdo it, you could damage your enamel or something. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.